We finna go have a hair, face, ass, and titties kind of night. Mini story time. Look.
Boy, we had a time last night. Boy, we had a time last night.
What is good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for being here. Welcome back to another episode of Consistency Is. My name is Key. It is great to be in the space with you today. We finna go have a hair, face, ass, and titties kind of night. I'm so excited. I'm doing this like party truck with some friends that are in from out of town, and I'm super excited. We're gonna do a beat down. I haven't really gotten beat down in a while. Starting off with the Triple OG, the Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. I've been overall, come on, thank you. I've been overall in a I don't want to say weird space because I don't want to continue to claim that over my life. However, I've been ebbing and flows. I had a really beautiful cry with my friend earlier today, and she's a friend from back home, and it's just so nice that feeling of groundedness that I get when I get to connect with my people from back home. It just makes me feel embrace, embrazo, that's the word that's coming up for me. And so one thing that I'm grateful for, especially because I think Doechii says it in one of her songs, it's I gotta check on my siblings, I gotta eat well, I gotta take care of myself, I gotta nurture my friendships, all the things. And it takes a lot of energy, and don't let you have a little piece of depression. Girl, when am I gonna self-loathe? And please understand that is a social media reference from the Grinch.
7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked.
I don't be in here self-loathing. That's not quite what my depression looks like. My depression looks like I'm a bit frozen sometimes. I'm in my head and I can't sleep. That's the biggest thing that gets me to this day. Not being able to sleep, sleep is the part I hate the most about it. It's quite literally carrying me. I want to wear a skin tint, and I got a sample of a skin tint, so BRB. Let me set a timer so I'm not up here yapping too much. I'm gonna give myself, you have 30 minutes. 30 yes. 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes. So I got a sample of Sephora's new skin tint that they just released. I got two colors because two of the colors looked really nice on me. The colors I have are 220Y and 230N. I'm gonna opt for the neutral and just see how that wears, because I find that yellows sometimes give a little bit too much luminosity, and I don't like that halo look on the face. So that's what we're gonna use for today. And this concealer is a warm, so we're just gonna try different stuff today. Look, for my 30+ girls, that jelly, this healing jelly stick underneath the eye, because I like to be as delicate with my under eye skin as possible, and I just feel like this is such a nice protective barrier. And I actually remembered to put it on today. I'm gonna put a little bit of this hydrating primer. The Hydro Grip primer is a sticky primer, but this primer is from Makeup Revolution. I enjoy using it when I need a little bit extra moisture, which is plausible because weather is changing, and your needs start to change a little bit. Okay, let's get into the look. First things first, we're gonna contour. Taking the Oh My Glow cream bronzer stick from the Ulta Beauty brand. I'm taking it to carve out my contour. I always push up when I do mine. And here lately, I've been carrying my bronzer down just a little bit. I find that it just gives me a little bit more of a chiseled look. Being that my face is fairly round, I can appreciate that because it just kind of enhances my cheekbone. I do it right around where my smile line goes. I also don't care to really put bronzer all up in my forehead region, and it's really because I'm just lazy, child. Less be more, but I love full glam. conflicting, right? Blending that out, we're gonna put whatever base on top, especially because it's a skin tint. Like, I don't expect a skin tint to have a lot of coverage, and I also don't want it to be too heavy, because even though like the temperature has dropped down, Houston is still very humid. And the truth of the matter is, once you start drinking, you know what I'm saying, moving around, bopping around, you're gonna get hot. But just because it gets hot, I don't want to lose my coverage. So we're building in some shadows here. I like to use a dense fluffy brush when I'm blending out my contour. This is a foundation brush by Wet n Wild. Baby, this is so old. Dumb Wet n Wild brushes, I don't even know if they still sell them. But something dense. And I've grown to contour my jaw, but at the same time, I have to do it in parts, because if I contour like all across my face and then like do what I just did, I will forget to blend the contour on my jaw. And I've gone out like that. Embarrassing. So for here, I'm just taking a stippling motion and I'm really just kind of like pressing that more into the skin. I hope the new color settings that I have up here look good when I go to edit this, because this little camera is so cool. It makes editing, it makes filming so easy, but it's also like, I won't say it's not beginner friendly, but like the power is if you really know what to do with it. And I'm trying to learn what to do with it. Like, I did a little piece of color grading on my last video because I rubbed away a little bit of my under eye primer. Let's get you back reinstated, mama. This is the best skin ever, like Sephora brand. I'm just grabbing a random brush so I can get it on my skin. Oh yeah, that's pretty. This is the neutral color. I low-key might have put a little bit too much. I didn't realize it was that like loose. I like it so far though. So far so good. I'm not complaining, I'm just observing. Next, I am taking the Glow Round brush from Real Techniques. I'm gonna pat that in. This is just my preferred way to apply a base. I'm not really a sponge girl. I'm really a brush girl. This is pretty though. I wonder if it's buildable. I had tried a little bit on in the store and they couldn't let me know which one was really mine, so took a sample. This is really pretty. This is really pretty. Okay, period. And not that I'm surprised, like Sephora, honestly, I'm gonna give Ulta their ones too. Like the store brands, I don't know what kind of contract they got, but they be coming for their competitors. And I don't know from like the brand side, like, is it still worth it because people are loyalists? Is it still worth it because of exposure, walk through traffic, all the things? They're incentivized like rewards program. But baby, this is very good. Now we're gonna see how it holds up, but this is very good. So pretty. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can see for real. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is so pretty. There's another piece of hair on me. And it's driving me nuts just from a sensory perspective.
Anyways, back to the conversation.
So pretty. This is so pretty. I'm gonna keep y'all here. All up in my grill, okay? Next, I'm taking the best skin ever. This is again the Sephora brand in the color 18.5Y. First response, like, this reminds me of the e.l.f. concealer and Shape Tape. Like that big doe foot. I do want to do a full beat despite wearing a skin tint. So we gonna pack this on. There's a certain way, if you drag it with just enough pressure, not too heavy, you can have it like glide a little bit across your skin. And I find that that makes it a little bit easier to blend. But we gonna let this dry down. Absolutely, but I can already tell I like the color, I like the finish. It's not giving me too much of a yellow, at least from what I can see in the camera and in the mirror. So we'll roll with it. In between layers, I'm gonna use the Morphe Continuous Prep and Set Mist. MAC, they coming for you. Like, y'all just be coming at each other constantly. I just want to go back because when I heard how I looked arguing with a goofy on Twitter, mini story time. I would hope at our big age a hit dog does not holler and seeing this, but I do want to talk about it. So back in college, I don't want to start this story because I want to tell this story with integrity to the people in the story that I care about. Let me sit with this for a second, because I really don't get into the anecdotal. That's not my fave. That's not my jam. I like to say what the fuck I gotta say, but also privacy, and it ain't that important to really put it on blast. But when I was in college, these girls over a man, these girls, shout out to the one girl, because her friends stood beside her. And I gotta respect that even though they was loud, wrong, and all of that, her friends was gonna be loud and wrong with her. And we're gonna respect real with that. But I was minding my business, taking a nap in between summer classes. Summer classes can be very, very, very intense. And so I was taking my little nap because I was in anatomy that summer. And I get up on the Bird app because I'm not gonna acknowledge that one syllable, please. Anyways, so I get up on the Bird app and I'm seeing these mentions from an account that I don't follow. And I'm like, hey, yo, that's wild. Who is this? And then I look at the account some more, and the account is mentioning me and my former partner, and just all this like mumbo jumbo in the sense of like trying to out us. I really don't even recall it because it was so nonsensical, but like making a fake Twitter page to like that be your anchor for our beef, but never, even to this day, never stepped to me about it. Like told me to be outside of Todd because I'm finna get jumped. Where was I when school started back? Outside of Todd, because I'm like, who I had an idea who it was, because don't get me wrong, like going to the school that I went to, it was a big school, but not for those of us with melanin. I get this notification coming from this little fake account, and I'm like, you know you're a bad bitch when somebody make a fake account to address you. I feel like there's 3 tiers. I know I've hit at least 2, because somebody has made a fake Facebook page for me, and then some girls in their friend group also made a fake Twitter page to try to harass me. Bullying. This was in the year like 2014. Bullying in 2014. We could just step to me. But yeah, that happened over this guy. So the girls made this Twitter account and was harassing me for at least 6 months. Like that first day, they had tweeted a bunch, then added me. And I was just like, excuse me? Waking up from a nap confused. And then school starts and I move into my new dorm, and I'll never forget, I was watching Being Mary Jane. I used to love that show, and it's actually the reason why I deleted my original Twitter, because taking the high road and not acknowledging them was tearing me up. Like, and for me personally, I didn't really recognize that you could really get put out of school for fighting and like it be like a Title IX issue or something like that. Maybe not Title IX, but like a student affairs issue. And then in our student conduct, there's certain things that we said that we wouldn't do, and that's a part of it. And so I don't know if it was connected to me being enrolled as a student or if it was mostly connected to me being a resident in the dorms. Either way, once I learned through the grapevine of other people's experiences that they were getting into like university level trouble for some of these fighting instances, I had to delete my Twitter, because even though that's what I wanted to do, me staying in school was essential. And it's very clear to me that I really don't even like men like that, because I'm not fighting over dick. And I'm not fighting on Twitter of all places over it. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So when Megan said, yeah, yeah, how do I look? And that, she said that for the version of me that existed in 2014, who had to turn the other cheek to make sure that I stayed in school and wasn't getting into, you know, bigger trouble. And it's not often where I think about it, but it's just like going outside over a man in the public. Like, we already go outside in the personal experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, we putting up with stuff, dealing with stuff, you know, all of that. But in the public over a college man who ain't committed to none of us, which was largely part of the problem. If there was anything that I would do different, I would have had my renaissance sooner. I would have not been so focused on trying to sustain a relationship that goes into a marriage at the whole prime age of 18, 19, 20, and 21 and 22. Like, it's mushy up here. But I was told by the women in my life, get your degree and get your MRS's degree. Baby, you don't even know yourself to be getting married that young, to be worrying about that. Child, if you're in college and you see this, if you are in your 20s, you see this, give yourself grace. I understand the rubble of what is in the dating space. I definitely do. I definitely get it. I sympathize, all of the things. But when I tell you, trying to latch onto that one person forever, go find yourself. If y'all spin the black on each other, absolutely, I love Faye. But as the initial, that being like the first of it, go have fun. And like to this day, I think about it whenever I run into some of the individuals like on social media, and I wonder if they think about it. And like, are you proud? Are you embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Like, I wonder what it is on their end of the experience. Like, do they feel like that was dumb? Like, have we grown? Have we learned a lesson collectively to not do that over the men? Or are we still doing that over the men? I'm not. I still haven't. But yeah, that's exactly why I made a whole new Twitter. And I was also off Twitter for a couple of months too. But yeah, I had to choose. I had to put myself first and sustain what I had going on and not jeopardize that over somebody who was focusing on their schoolwork. Like, why y'all mentioning us? We in the library studying. Like, we're in college. We're doing what we're supposed to do out here. If I have a daughter, I pray that I do. I sincerely pray that I have a daughter, because some of the things that I want to instill in her, like, girl, first of all, we're girls. That's first above all. And what that means is be a girls. Do not be up here fiddling with these men for the adornment of them. They are not the prize. And I plan on being good married and telling them that in front of their daddy, hopefully. Like, embarrassing. That has got to be embarrassing. I know I would be embarrassed. I'm still embarrassed for him. I'm still embarrassed about stuff that I did in college too. I want that, but embarrassing. That's crazy to me. A man doing that over a man. I don't see a world where that exists for me. I tried to do the more controlled application. I gotta get up out of this house. I'm gonna hurry up. Again, like I said, I respect the friend group, and the girls stood beside they one friend. And I think what was ill about it is that the friend group was moving like flunkies. And it was like the main girl, the girl who was messing with my guy, or the guy, because I'm not even gonna say my guy because he surely won't. It was as if she was like throwing rocks and had her hand. And I just feel like that's even worse. Like, stand on business. If this is your man, my man, step. But to get your friends to do it like they some flunkies, like, that is crazy to me. Like, that's the image you want out about your friends, that they just couldn't be me. But again, I operate with respect and integrity to my girlfriends. And so I try to make sure that I operate in a space that honors their, best self, my best self, our best self, collective best selves, the selves of all the things, you know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody moves like that, evidently so. And that was my experience of these girls making a fake Twitter page to harass me about me and my former partner. That was the most adult way that I can tell that story. And me personally, I'm proud. I'm adding a little bit of the liquid bronzer e.l.f. drops, like the bronzing drops by e.l.f., just to see if it adds anything cute. And I go through this cycle of like adding a product and then scooching it back. Adding a product and then scooching it back. Because, okay, look on this side. I love how this side looks. Scooch it back, have the highlight point. You don't bring it up. You see how this is kind of crowding my face and not really giving me that face snatch. My face is already round, so I really try to emphasize the features that I like, of course. But that's what you should be doing in makeup anyway. I'm taking this liquid shadow and just kind of fluffing it out. It don't have to be too perfect. Just fluff it out a little bit. This is exactly what I want to wear. Something big. Yeah, perfect. I wonder what that lady up to. Because really, I just want to go have fun, shake my ass, and fellowship. And then go to bed early tonight. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, once I shake my ass for these couple of hours, I'm going to bed because I am tired. Let me do a little piece of liner. I'm gonna do liner and fill in our brows. Can I be honest about something? Like, telling y'all that story was so fun, even though I had to really careful about telling the story with integrity, because again, I ain't trying to make somebody's life or shortcomings my come up, but also at the same time, that was crazy. That was very weird. Like, to me, that's up there with Kayla Nicole being like, I dressed as Tiana Taylor because he left me for Tiana Taylor. Like, excuse me? When I do the left side, baby, I sincerely be hoping for the best. See, I'm gonna put some clear adhesive along my lid, along like where I placed the liner, just because I want to make certain that this lash is staying where I put it, especially up here in the inner corner, because baby, this blush, Janessa, just incredible. Your talent. Like, blending out on my cheeks is my absolute favorite part of doing my makeup. A little piece of mascara. So a few things are happening right now. I'm seeing that my lashes are either A, growing, B, chewing mascara is really like that, C, I'm getting a lot better at putting on mascara, or D, all of the above. Let me put this lash on. Never gave a damn. I ain't never gave no. Hey, I'm not mad at it. I low-key want to trim the lash just a little bit, but I'm not gonna take it off just to put it back on, just to go outside and play in the wind. One thing that has been really gratifying in my like beauty journey is that your makeup don't always got to be perfect. If anything, the little imperfections remind yourself of your humanness. Like, I don't mind when my makeup has noticeable imperfections when it's like casual stuff like this. Finishing off with a little bit of face powder. I'm taking a big brush, getting a little crazy with it, and just swirling across to make it all gel together. And then I do like to take a little bit of face powder. Again, I'm swirling across. I do like to do that underneath because I like a bright under eye, but not too bright. Oh, I'm finna do a color combo because I have some homegirls specifically asking how to do a ombre lip, and we're gonna play off of the color, the AC/DC colors in here. Do an ombre lip with me. I want it to be kind of based off of the red in this color, so I'm gonna start off with this wine color lip liner. I'm allowing it to be thicker because I'm gonna let it pat out. And then, if you have not tried these lip liners by Rihanna, baby, get your life. I'm gonna take this lip liner from Rihanna right on top, and with the first one I was kind of letting it come like more centered to my lip. Now I'm really just lining my lips and keeping this on the outside. Little padding, not too much. Then, see how that took some off? Now, because I am a gloss lover, topping it off with Fenty's Hot Chocolate Gloss Bomb Heat. So, alright, story time's over. We gotta go get ready to get outside. I'm gonna get dressed. I'm leaving this on, just gonna freshen up, and then I'm gonna just hope for the best for food. And that is today's look, y'all. Thank y'all for staying tuned for this quick little get ready with me before I go and shake my ass. We finna have one of them nights. Now look, I recognize that our prefrontal lobes was mushy, and so collectively we were not making the best decisions because we couldn't, right? The brain was still mushy. Prefrontal lobe is where you think from and also where you make logical decisions. If it's mushy, how can you make a logical decision? So I'm only gonna pass like a 10 less of judgment over how they made that Twitter account to talk shit, to harass me and my person at the time. But again, hopefully at our big age, we have grown. I know that I have, and I wish that for all of y'all too. Thank you for joining me for this story time and get ready with me. I'm gonna go have fun and be outside. Until next time. Look.
Boy, we had a time last night. Boy, we had a time last night.
We had a time tonight. Face very much so still intact.